Tuesday's episode here on youtube.com/ImprovGaming. The best Tuesday episode.
The best Tuesday episode ever.
We're going to have.
It's going to be a great Tuesday episode.
It's going to be a great week.
Let me tell you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the greatest Tuesday episode ever.
My hope is to change America. It's going to be great.
It's going to be the greatest Tuesday episode ever. All right? Ever. Everybody's going to love it. I promise you. And Mexico will pay for it.
Also, Thursday's episode, pretty good. The whole week is actually going to be good.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, let us know in the comments below what you think of our episodes.
Yeah. Today's all about what we want from the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
And then on Thursday, which I'm very excited about, it's going to be PlayStation VR versus the Switch.
Yeah, it's going to make noises.
It's going to make noises?
Yeah, it's going to make noises.
We're editing while recording.
Yeah, we're editing while recording, so it's making noises.
So
it's the first time Pete has actually experienced the editing process while
I've seen the editing
You've seen like bits and pieces, but you've never... It makes a very loud noise at the end.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It's going to be like...
It's going to fucking like... What the hell was that? But then again, we might still have like an hour left, and we only do 15-minute episodes, so you might not hear it.
But you know who you have heard of. He only has the best ponytail in the business.
It's fabulous.
I stopped you from vaping. So, Mr. Nicholas De Jesus.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
How's it going, Nick?
It's going pretty well. As you can see, I got a little new figure.
Yeah, our little first of many mascots that are probably coming.
I stopped by
giving
Barnes
the
and
finger.
Nobles. Yeah, he's giving the finger to the crowd. I figured that's more in line with improv gaming and how we behave ourselves or misbehave ourselves. But I found I went over to Barnes and Nobles, and I found the classic Gundam build, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So I picked it up. Like instead of getting like all the other ones that are like obnoxious and like badass, like they are badass. Don't get me wrong.
But this is not bad at all.
I found the classic setup, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna pick that up." So I got it. Jen was looking at me like, "What?
Are you 5?
Are you getting that?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting that." Because I was also looking around like at like Legos and shit like that, and I wanted something constructive. I wanted to get something constructive, so
we could put it on the table.
Well, whether or not I put it on the table or not, I just wanted something like just to kind of preoccupy my mind for a little bit, and I got that. I did it in about 4 hours.
Took you 4 hours.
Yeah, it took me about 4 hours.
That's insane.
Yeah, but he looks good.
Yeah, sexy as
It's amazing what they're able to accomplish with these things, dude. Like.
What are you saying? His heel moves, his toes move, his legs
his
move?
His kneecaps move, his legs, both parts of his legs, like his shin and his thigh move independently. His arm, like his forearm and his bicep moves independently. Like there's so much movement out of that. And that's something that I put together. Like toys that I've seen in my life don't even have that much movement, and they're already put together. So I thought it was awesome.
It is.
Allow me to introduce another piece of awesome. Mr. Host with the most. I'm wondering himself with the fedora cap in tow. It's Mr. Peter Anderson.
What's up, guys? So we're talking about what we want from the Nintendo Switch.
We're talking about what we want from the Nintendo Switch. Now, being that based off of last Sunday's episode, not the Sunday that just passed, but the Sunday before
Our debating episode
where Pete and I got very riled up against each other like we normally do. Being that you were the proponent of death, like the angel of death for the Nintendo Switch. I want to hear what it is that you want for Nintendo to convince you that the Switch will be a good idea.
Change the name. That's a start.
I know you hate that name. I actually do appreciate the name though.
I see where they're coming from because you could sway, but
what kind of name would you have wanted?
Nintendo Resolution. The Nintendo 128.
128. What does 128 mean?
Times 64.
So it's only operating 128 bits.
Exactly. No, I don't know what I would name, but I just don't like the name. What I would like to see is, and if you watch the 2 Sundays ago episode where me and Nick go, I'm very concerned because I have many problems. You'll see more in the video if you watch, but battery and basically the storage and all this stuff. What I would like to see is a robust lineup at launch.
Okay.
I want the new Mario game, which you saw teasers of in the video.
Yeah, that was cool. But did you hear about this? Nintendo released an announcement that said just because the games were in there doesn't mean that they're coming to the console. Did you hear about
said that? Yeah, with Skyrim I was telling you that about.
But no, that was Bethesda saying that. But Nintendo officially released something saying just because you see games in there doesn't mean it's necessarily coming coming. Now that kind of aggravated me. It's like, well, you fucking advertised a Mario game, motherfucker.
Oh,
like
what?
You
should
deliver that.
I was
one.
right. Let's turn the clocks back. But no, I would like maybe a Mario. Obviously, it would be insane if they didn't do Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And Zelda with launch.
Well, they have to. Like that's kind of like their mark. They dedicated all of E3 to Zelda, so that's got to be a release title for the Switch.
I would like to see maybe Smash and Kart revitalized
like
for the Switch.
A port over or a new game.
In quotes, a Game of the Year edition.
Okay.
If I could,
okay.
if where it has all the DLC, like for Mario Kart, it has all the a couple of new features, like a new racer. We saw King Boo, who was not in the original Mario Kart 8, if I'm correct. Let me know in the comments, but also have Smash Brothers maybe add an extra character, like Ridley from freaking Metroid would be cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just to be like, okay, here, and then just bombard us with third parties.
Okay, so you want a very small first party launch titles.
Yep.
But you want more support from the third party at launch.
Yeah.
So you want to see like Bethesda comes to the Switch with the game, EA comes to Switch with the game,
2K.
or EA ports over every single like 2K that's out this year over to
you give like a Madden, a FIFA, and an NBA.
Like all the 17s get ported over.
Maybe discount it a little bit because it's been a couple months since they've been out.
Yeah,
that would be nice. Will that happen? Probably not. But I would like.
What about online connectivity? Like we have Xbox Live and we have PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
And PlayStation worked very hard to get Plus to where it is today, even though it's not really where Xbox Live is. Do you want to see something like that for Nintendo?
Absolutely. So I think it's mandatory right now. I think you would
agree
on that.
I completely agree with that.
I think
that's the reason why I brought it up is because I know Nintendo has fundamentally tried to steer away from this online play or online community, but I think it's time that they actually step it up and become part of the online community that's already out here.
Yeah. I mean, at least give me a party system where you, me, Jeremy and a couple others could be in a chat, and you could be playing the new Mario. Jeremy could be playing the new Zelda. I could be on Madden if it comes to the Switch. We could be like similar to PlayStation, Xbox, where you could be BSing. Because I when I was a little bit young back in the time, when I was playing with Halo 3 on the Xbox 360, and my buddy he's like, oh, join me in a party. So I was like, what the hell is this party thing all about? I go in. And I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? He goes, what are you playing? I was like, Halo 3, you got to be playing it too. He goes, no, I'm playing a completely different game. And it blew my mind. I know it sounds weird now, and we don't expect it now.
In retrospect, it's like, wow, holy shit.
That's so cool that we can all do our own thing. So I think that Nintendo really has to implement a party chat. I'm not asking for free games every month. I mean, it would be a nice feature.
I think Nintendo has a lot of ground to cover. And in order for them to cover the ground, they're going to have to do the same things that Xbox or Microsoft and Sony have done with their online.
So you expect them to charge for online?
I would expect they don't necessarily have to charge for online, but I would expect Virtual Console to be expanded into an online market.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would expect Nintendo Club to make an appearance of some type, something along those lines of like Nintendo Club-ish. Like rebranding Nintendo Club to be.
Well, I know they rebranded it to something,
but I would expect it to be like, all right, Nintendo Club means that you're part of the online community. Like that's our live, that's our plus. Is club is Nintendo Club. So I would hope that they would do something like that, and play with that concept, like join the club. Like where you're on there, you want to join the club, and then you fucking you click it over, and you're in a chat with or you're on.
Have your Mii's. Like bring even the Mii's back and be like, oh, you can customize.
I thought the Mii's were a nice thing, so I would like to see them come back.
It was similar to the avatars, the avatar.
Sony's the only one that hasn't jumped on that kind of a bandwagon.
Well, they have their little profile, little pic.
But that's it.
I know, I agree.
When you have an avatar for Xbox Live and you have a Mii for Nintendo. Like you have a character that's there that you're able to use. So I think Nintendo, besides what you said, because I do agree, they need to come with a first party lineup and a third party and a bigger third party lineup.
This has changed so much since 2 Sundays ago.
No, it's not changed. I'm just excited for the console.
I am too. I just thought, like I said, and my biggest worry is Nintendo has duped us before. I want to go back on Nintendo's
but I
dick.
feel like
I want to be on Nintendo's dick.
I feel like Nintendo did that unintentionally.
Yeah.
They didn't intend to dupe us with the Wii and the Wii U.
Yeah, of course not.
And mind you, the Wii was a pretty good seller. I mean, relatively, it did very well. But developers,
100,000 units, 100 million units.
yeah, but developers still didn't want to develop on it
Yeah.
because it was just hard. So I think that was where Nintendo failed. I think it was communicating with the developers as well. You know, because Nintendo traditionally has always been very, we're going to do what we want, and you guys can join the bandwagon. And I think they forgot, like, there's other people out here that make consoles.
I hope that, and this has been a running problem with Nintendo a lot, is with the Virtual Console. Say I have Super Mario Bros. 3. I have it on my Wii. I had to buy it for my Wii U. I had to buy it for my 3DS. I had to buy it for... I hope that maybe...
There's like a cross...
There's a cross thing. It's like, hey, since you bought it on the Wii U...
Well, it's only now that we're starting to see that with, like, the Microsoft stuff. You know? Like, we're finally starting to see, like, if you put your Xbox 360 title into there, then you can get it for free. Because you already have the game, so you already made the purchase. So
with the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, with the backwards compatibility.
Same thing with Sony with it's like, cross-buy.
Yeah, with the cross-buy, yeah. It works. Sony does a better job with it also with the cross-buy. But not the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, of course.
Sony
they have Gaikai, which they've spent a whole bunch of money on.
But
so
I would hope that Nintendo, in implementing some kind of a backwards compatibility, would say, hey, log on to your Wii. We're going to look at your games, see what you got. And then we're going to put that on your profile. And now when you go onto your Switch, it's already on your profile, right? It's already on your net profile or whatever it is. And I hope within the next couple of months they start to do something like that. Where you're going to see updates for your Wii, and then you're going to see, oh shit, something's going on. And those updates are actually them gathering the information of the games that you have on that console that you just turned on, and grabbing all that data to go, all right, so when this guy logs on to the Switch, he'll be able to get his games.
Now here I have
through the Virtual Console. I think that would be nice.
It would be, and if hopefully.
Well, I doubt that they'll be able to do, or that they are working on that. But that would be something that I would like to see, and that would show very good progress from Nintendo.
When do you think we'll hear next from the Switch? Do you see
mid-January?
Mid-January.
I see mid-January.
Do you see a direct, or do you see an actual?
I don't know what to expect, to be honest. Like I want them to not do a direct so badly that the idea of them doing a direct makes me like
worried.
Worried.
I hear. You. They have to be in a theater or rent out a hall.
I think they should do something big where people get hands-on experience with the Switch, and they get to experience it. They get to tell us how they feel about it. I think that's the most important step that Nintendo needs to take right now. And if they do that, and they do it right, because you can do it and still fail. Look at PlayStation Pro. That was a terrible fucking idea.
Well, you never know. It couldn't sell. It's still not out yet, but
yeah. But I'm saying, the feedback off of the Pro conference was absolutely terrible. It was like you basically told me everything I already know. Whereas if you go out in the Switch, like these are the games that are coming out. You don't know that. These are the developers that are working with us. You don't know exactly who's, you know what I'm saying? And we're bringing them out on stage so that they can tell you what they've been working with and why it is that they want to develop on the Switch.
Are we going to have a Friday release date for it or a Tuesday? Nintendo's known for doing Fridays.
I don't know.
I think March 17th is going to be that day.
Yeah?
It's a Friday. Midway into March.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
But yeah. So I think that covers what we want from the Switch. A nice, robust first and third party.
And again, it's not necessarily what we want from the Switch. It's what we want from Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's pretty much what we're saying. Like I think the Switch as it stands and what I saw looks good. It looks like it's a good console. Yep. My problem is, and that's your problem too, is Nintendo and their operating procedures in the past.
Yep.
But
I hope for the best.
Yeah, who knows?
But if you stay tuned for Thursday's episode, you're going to see an interesting little dynamic between the VR versus the Switch. Of course, Nick will be on the Switch side. I will be on the PlayStation VR side.
So the question is, if you have $400 to drop,
what are you dropping?
What are you dropping it on?
Because you know that even if the console's $299, or $350 or $400. You're basically spending the same amount.
And you can find out what our thoughts are on Thursday's episode.
Remember, always, if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, let us know. We come to you every Tuesday and Thursdays with 15-minute little chunks of knowledge. This past week, if you're seeing this today, we talked all about our first reactions to the Red Dead trailer.
Yep.
And then what we want from Red Dead, a lot of what we want here. Also, check out, there's going to be a Titanfall 2 Let's Play coming up. Or it might be out already. It's probably going to be out already. Also, we have a live Sunday show every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time here on youtube.com/ImprovGaming, where we talk to you about the top news stories of the week. We talk to you about a topic of the show, and we talk to you about the new releases of the upcoming week. So you know it's going to be crazy with all the holidays, so we have a lot to talk about with that. So make sure you stay tuned for all that. And as always, game on.
That's the sound I was telling you about. We're going to leave that.
But is that the loudest sound?
Yeah, that's it. That was the sound. That was the sound I was telling you about.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like...
Matter of fact, all this is...